All right, I'm off duty tonight, Psychic. Go for it.
Yay, you're off duty. Nah, I'm gonna make you roll like 50 rolls right now. But I
I'm
will
ready.
take that as say that we are live. We are good to go. We are happy.
Eh,
Hello and welcome. Don't me. But hello and welcome to Temptations. Nearly said season 2. Don't know why. Episode 2 of Temptations, our brand new 5e D&D campaign running fortnightly. The biggest difference is I'm not a player, I'm the DM, and Wolf is now my little minion. And I can't wait to see
you don't
what
own
I
me.
make them do.
You don't
But
control me.
starting off where we left off last session, being we are now standing just outside of the Great Divide. We've got the ravine right next to us. You guys met my little goblin friend. That is
Yeah.
the scientific name, thank you. But they had informed you that they were the ones that the druid that kind of basically makes the plants grow, keeps everything clean, keeps away the bad stuff from the edge of the ravine. They also gave you guys access to the thistleweed. After a roll, Rose was able to discern that the roots themselves were a bit poisonous, dangerous, but the plants were fine. And you were also able to get some information for the town of Urah, which is kind of like the second big city outside of just Ulfram itself.
For our
You
note
were
taker,
also
who's not me, how do you spell that?
well,
Urah.
I don't know if I told it, but it's Urah.
Okay. Did you get that,
Um,
Val? You're the
no.
note taker, right?
Um, but yes, so that's funny that you're just being completely ignored.
I know.
um, but yeah, so we've got some information about Urah, which is kind of like the second big city. But you also said that you will go through a little town called Biruul, which is about, I think I said it was about a day, half a day out from Zapprin. So we are currently standing now just off to the side. Our goblin druid friend has left the conversation, and we now have the thistleweed that the bartender was asking for to create basically a kind of sobering agent for the many alcoholic drinks that they offer.
And can you just remind me, it's Urah where I was told I could find Hermona.
Yes, we were told that you could find the librarian Hermona.
I guess I'll
So,
take some notes since who I thought was taking notes just totally ignored me when I asked them about it. So I'm taking notes now. I'm a good player.
What was the? I'm sorry. What was the name of the other town that we would be going
Biruul,
to?
so Biruul.
Ooh, I did not spell that right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Run by the W.
Oh,
This is the one good thing I've noticed about being a DM is I can spell things however the hell I like.
yeah. That's
And
very
it's
Australian.
probably gonna be wrong.
One has a silent Z. I'm not going to tell you where it is.
Just
There's an
guess.
umlaut over the H.
So, so we have some info. We know what we're doing. How would you guys like to start?
I guess one step at a time.
I think
Yeah,
we
so
need
we got
to.
all the thistleweed. We might as well head to that, bring that back.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they'll be waiting for that. I would like to head out as soon as possible, though. I really need to get to Urah. I need to see if this librarian that blah 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 told us about is who I'm looking for.
I mean, this was just to pay our bar tab. We can just pay the bar tab later.
I
That's
believe we do
true.
have to walk through the town to get to where we are going. So,
Oh, if
We
we're
don't
already passing through the
if
town, then let's just do it.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we can
I
get
thought we
another
had to go in
drink.
a different direction. Sorry. See, this is why I need a map. I'm a map person.
Perhaps maybe the barge should stay outside so we don't have another drinking problem again.
Maybe we could get some to go. You know, a little drink for the road.
I don't see drinking as a problem.
That's coming to bite you in the ass later.
Okay, so we'll drop it off. And then about what time of the day is it now? Is it?
Right now it'll be about 4 p.m.
And we're only like 10 minutes outside the town, right?
Yes.
Does it make sense to head out at this time of day, or should we wait until the morning though?
Just resting on the road. Is that not your style?
No, that's perfectly fine for me. I have no problem with it, but I wasn't sure about the others. And she kind of looks over at Lando. You don't necessarily strike me as someone who likes to sleep in the dirt.
No, I would rather not. But I've been known to rub it.
I'm fine if the rest of you are.
I
Let's do
suppose
this then.
it's only logical to stay with the group, so I will do whatever you do.
Oh.
All
All
right.
right. So yeah, drop off the thistleweed and hit the road.
We want to get in a fight, apparently. Let's go one night.
Let's do
Just
All
the
it.
right.
action.
So,
Should we stay in the
because-
inn or camp in the open?
No, it's already been chosen. It's canon. You can't change your mind.
Let's
No.
look at my spells.
So, because we're just going to do a quick drop and run, I won't swap the map over to Zapprin. I don't think there's a need to if we're only going to be there for like 5 minutes. So, as you guys are walking down, you make the 10-15 minute trip back from the ravine. Probably around 15 minutes rather than the 10. I feel like right now we're going a little bit slower, just kind of talking about things, getting some information, things that we know, we're updating each other on. But as you guys do come into Zapprin, people are just starting to get themselves ready. They're starting to wind down for the afternoon. Some of the farmers are now coming in and are walking into the tavern or walking into the little community center, which is basically just Benji's house at this stage. But as you guys kind of come in, and who is going inside the bar or the pub?
I'll stay outside.
So Lando owes him, so I guess I can take it in.
I'll go with him just to make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
Or get any more drinks.
Lando.
Mostly that, yeah.
If they'll give you something to go, I'll take one as well.
I'll check it out.
All right, so Rose and Val, y'all are waiting outside.
Yeah.
I would assume. Alrighty, Lando, Coral.
Mhm.
As you step inside the bar, there are a few people that kind of give the two of you some kind of funny looks. Mainly looks towards you, Coral, because you're not from town. You're basically an outsider coming in. But after a few seconds, they all just kind of turn around and go back to what they were doing or gas bagging or whatever. As you guys come in, do you guys have the thistleweed? Who picked those? Because I'm pretty sure Rose picked those. Do you have them on you, or do you
I
need to
would-
step back
I mean,
outside
I
and
I would
grab
have
them?
given them
Yeah.
to her. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
if I wasn't going in, I would have handed them over to Lando
Alright,
whilst
just making
asking for
sure.
my drink.
Alrighty. So, how are you doing? Are you just doing a quick drop and run, or are you gonna have a chat to your good friend, Steve?
I come up to Steve and I'm like, "Hey, Steve, how's it going?"
Ah, yes. Favorite customer. How are you doing, my
I'm
friend?
doing fantastic. Has anyone told you that you're wonderful today?
Oh, today. I'm sure you mentioned it a few times earlier when you were drunk.
Well, you
Glad
know
to
what?
see you are not so much now.
Well, you know what? You're wonderful. And here is
What do
all
you
that
want?
thistle you wanted. And Lando throws up everything we brought onto the table.
Steve is going to admire the work done. He's actually going to make a comment and be like, "Whoa, you guys grabbed more than I thought you would. I thought you'd just, grab a couple and head out, but no, you've done a good job. Fair enough.
Oh,
Thank you very much for that."
well, if you don't mind me asking, what is it exactly you're doing with the thistleweed again?
Make it basically a sobering agent. You know how it is. Some of the drinks here can be a bit strong, but essentially speaking, the sobering agent's how I make a lot of my money. I sell off the product to other towns, they buy it at a premium, and since we're the only place I can get them, of course I upcharge the shit out of them. Gotta make the money somehow.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since we brought you so much extra, why don't you throw one of those our way?
You want a sober? Hang on, you want a sobering
Yeah,
agent?
you never know when you're going to need one.
I mean, yeah, but they're very easy to make, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how.
All right, you are going to roll me persuasion, please. Which will be an interesting thing to see how it works. What did we roll? 19. Steve is going to kind of give you a funny look, as not necessarily questioning that you're asking for a sobering agent, but more trying to figure out why you would need one, as if there's something malicious behind it. Um, Instead, he kind of just like takes some of the thistleweed. He takes one of the flowers off. He strips it of the leaves and that, chucks it in a little mortar, does a little bit of moving around and herbalism stuff. And then 5 minutes later, he mixes in some water and what looks like a honey type consistency, before just pouring it all into a bottle. And as you see, while it's inside the mortar and pestle, it's got this like brownish kind of gross looking color. But as it pours into the bottle, you see once it hits the bottom of it, in this clear bottle, by the way, once it hits the bottom of it, it starts to shimmer and a blue color starts to appear from the bottom. And as he kind of caps it off, it is now a shining blue liquid, and you have a sobering agent, which will instantly sober you up if you're drunk,
Nice.
which is pretty cool.
Excellent.
Well, you know what, actually? I'm not going to question why you need it. I'm just going to assume it's for the kid that you brought in for a drink earlier. Um, you do what you need to do. I'm going to go
Forgot about
make a
that.
few of these and get some stuff ready. Are you sticking around tonight? Play some songs, or what are you doing?
I may be back through town. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm gonna go hang out with these guys, see what's going on.
Oh, thank God. I mean, oh yeah, that's so sad. I can't. Yeah, it's gonna be sad to see you gone. Well, I hope you stay safe, and you still owe me 5 gold.
We
Okay,
drank a lot.
and I'll just give him the 5 gold.
Okay, that is 5 gold for the bartender. I'll be like, holy shit, he actually fucking paid it. Anyway, damn, should have
Lando
said it was higher.
pays all of his debts.
Really should have said it was higher.
Orlando pays his debts.
His dogs are running away.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I was going for, and yeah, you said it better than I did.
All right. Well, okay. Good luck, I guess. Wherever you end up going, and if you do come back, I mean, you're always welcome to. You're always welcome to play again and generate me some more money. I'm gonna have to go and fixing things up in the ledger. It's probably gonna be a bit quiet for every little while. Oh well, have fun. And he just kind of waves you off, and starts to serve some other people. Coral, what are you doing in between this interaction? Are you just
No,
keeping an
I'm
eye on things?
just keeping an eye on him, watching him, make sure he stays out of trouble, and it seems like he has. So, all right, give him a slap on the shoulder and just walk out.
Yes, we are all very impressed that Lando is a good boy. Um,
I knew he could do it. I had faith.
Pleasantly surprised.
Alrighty, so as you're the first one to step out, Lando, are you staying behind for anything, or are you heading out as well?
Nope. I will also be leaving.
Alright, cool. So now with the four of you outside, the debt has been paid. You now have a reagents for a sobering drink. I will let you know that that is only good for one person, unfortunately. But if anybody really needs to be sober right now, that will be good for when that pops up. If I get you guys drunk from anything. But with the
Lando,
four of
when
you
I
now.
when I said a drink for the road, I meant the other kind that you might need this. It's okay.
You
It's
know,
fine.
Rose, I'll be honest with you. I kind of forgot.
It's okay.
I
It's
got
okay.
I just got really excited about turning in a quest. I just love doing shit like that, and
Oh,
then
sure,
I
sure.
forgot. I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. No, 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 no. I probably didn't need it anyway. It's just we'll find some. I'm sure we can find some somewhere else. And then when we do, we have this so we can get sobered up and then have some more.
Exactly. Alrighty. So, Are we heading out straight away?
Yeah.
I believe
Nobody
so.
wants to do anything else in town?
Do we have anything like a wagon or a horse, or did somebody have one of those? Am I getting my games confused? I'm getting my games confused, aren't I?
Nope. We don't have
You are, but no.
It's
Now
Dragon
you're
Dragonbane.
thinking
where
of
you-
Dragon
Okay.
Bane.
Dragonbane, where you have the horse. Okay.
We have a donkey and a caravan.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are ready to go. So heading west out of town through the Western Plain kind of area. Coming out as you kind of step out of town, it's kind of funny because from the eastern side heading towards the Great Divide, it is kind of just like empty patches of land with a couple of trees spread out. There's a couple of other things kind of coming. But as you go leave out the western side, even as soon as you leave town, you can see further out that it is kind of just like half a forest down further. Probably a couple of meters down, even there's still people working, there's still people coming in, a couple of farmers with pitchforks and other items that they use, like just everything that they need, they're currently bringing in for them after a hard day's work. As you're walking down the path, there is a little turn that kind of comes up and starts heading to the north. And as you come around this little farm area, you see another one of the druid goblins working the fields in the nighttime with a few of the roots that were found with the flowers. How long does the detect poisons work for?
Yeah, that would be gone by now. I'm pretty sure. I think
Okay.
it's only
Well, as it's
like.
gone,
Yeah, I think it's. Oh, it's only 10 minutes. Yeah.
yeah, okay, well and truly done by now. So as you're kind of coming around, you'll see that the roots are kind of like going in between the plants. It's never actually touching any of them. But the goblin kind of like looks over at you and just gives a little look of disgust before turning back and working further on the plants and the mainly grapes and other types of wine items that are here.
Would I be able to
Um,
tell what he's doing? Like, can I tell exactly like what magic he's doing or what he's doing in the fields to help him?
you can make me a nature check or an arcana check.
Gonna go with
And
nature
anybody
for
that
a
would like to
natural
look,
20.
Yeah, I think Val would let.
Druid,
uh,
Druid just druided.
you just druided indeed. You can see that it's basically clearing a lot of the pests that are currently like climbing onto or trying to eat some of the plants. But while it's clearing the pests, you can see that it is also kind of like building um, little formations around each of them to kind of make sure that they have to climb over something to get to the plants. As one's kind of starting to climb up over the formation, you can see that it just very lightly gets sent off and just slowly falls to the ground. So it's like no matter what happens, they're going to be sent off. But a druid is still a druid. Any life is sacred in nature. Or at least that's what they believe in. And even though these tiny little bugs are trying to eat the plants, even though they're sent off, it is still very softly falling to the ground, so it doesn't actually hurt them.
Okay.
But the goblin does not like people, essentially.
Obviously. Racist.
So as we're coming around now, we begin our long journey through the long road, the path leading up towards Biruul.
Boy,
Now,
that road is long.
it is
It
definitely
is.
long.
Whoa.
So, as we are walking up, I am going to say that it is now, as you've been walking for about a couple of hours, I want to say it's about 7 p.m., 8 p.m. now, it is now dark. The music kind of works well as we're walking through the kind of half plains, half forest. You can see that there's a couple of people still coming down, so either these guys have had to work out further or they've been sent out somewhere coming back to Zapprin. But it is about 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. now, and as the moon is starting to hit, everyone make me perception check, please.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No. Val is tinkering. Val has no time to be perceptive.
17.
11, 17, 5 makes sense. We are just waiting on corals, which is taking its sweet time. It's only a
I
perception
know. Why
test.
is it?
Damn.
Is it rolling all around the screen or something?
It is.
All right. So
There
we
we go.
got
That's
11, 14, 17, and 5. Lando, you are on a quest. This is cool. You are having the time of your life with your newfound friends. Probably also maybe brought out the instrument, play a little song for the road, perhaps. Val and Coral, you two can hear in between the strums. Oh, that was about to say something. What's up?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, could I make my song be the ritual for detect magic and kind of just keep it up as we're going?
If you would like to make that a thing, you can. I believe rituals take a bit of time, like 10 minutes or so, to be able to cast as a ritual.
Right.
But as you're using your instrument, sure, you can do that while you walk around. Coral and Val, you two can hear in between the sounds of the. What instrument do you have?
A lute.
Okay. So in between the strums of the lute, you can hear also just the sounds of nature, whether it's the leaves rustling in the wind, whether it's kind of stuff moving around. A particularly strong gust can move a couple of leaves and sticks onto the road, but we're quite easily able to step over that. Rose, the voices in your head that had kind of left you in Zapprin, while they're not entirely still now there is a little bit of a creeping sound and like a hopeful sound kind of coming in now. Basically just constantly saying Zapprin over and over again. But the further you get up, the quieter it gets. With your 17 perception, it is a normal plane with normal nature sounds. There isn't anything that stands out. There isn't anything that kind of makes you stop and pay attention to things. An hour later, it is now 9 o'clock. And as things are kind of coming down, there is a nice little clearing that has a lit fire on the side there. There are a couple of people sitting down. And one of them kind of looks over towards the party, but none of them really move to say anything or do anything. Would you like to stay or say anything, or would you like to just keep going?
Do I detect any magic around
You
around
have
them
not
at all?
detected anything yet. No.
Okay.
Do you think we should join them? They might have the drink that we were looking for.
I'll tell you what.
Travelers, can we share your fire?
Bit strange to see people coming out now, don't you think? Bit late.
You're out here.
No, there's a big difference there, little miss. I'm gonna have to turn off
Why
my
is
noise
that?
suppression. I know I am.
What?
Well, see, the difference is we do this for a living, and you look like you haven't picked up a tool in your life.
I've used a fork.
A fork, yes, very funny. No,
I thought it was funny.
keep walking.
Wow.
Friends, please, we don't. It doesn't have to be like this. Obviously,
Oh,
we're
we can
not
keep walking.
adventurers.
Come on.
Okay, all right, fine.
These people don't seem to be friendly. I'm fine with that.
This logic would
Listen to the
suggest that
elf.
they would harm us if we attempted to stay. So
I think we can take them.
Okay. Well,
I
have
have
a
no
good
quarrel
evening.
with these ones.
Have a good evening. As we turn to go, I will subtly just druidcraft and snuff out their campfire
oh, you're picking fights now.
as we
Oh
leave.
no.
As you kind of do a little thing, Is this a subtle? Are you a sorcerer? No.
I'm a druid. I'm not.
You're a druid,
It's
yeah.
not a subtle
Duh!
spell. I'm not trying to be
Duh!
obvious about it.
You said subtly, and I was like, what? Yeah, so as you
Maybe I
kind of
should pick
do.
up some sorcery points. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So as you do, kind of step away and do your little druid craft and snuff out their flame. Two things happen. One, I'm assuming a 9 is going to miss you.
Me? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
As the four of you all feel a gust of wind push you all further, you can see that the fire has already been immediately lit. And as you kind of step out of a certain range, now turning around, if you do turn around,
Yep.
see
How
what
far did it
happened.
push us?
It pushed you about 23 feet.
Oh, damn.
Very
Perfect.
specific, yes.
Yeah.
That is very
All
specific.
right, yeah. Turn around, shield out.
Yeah,
I would like everybody
Val
to
is
turn around.
touching her her stone purse and imbuing them with magic stone. Or she's casting magic stone on her stones.
I want to have an artificer just for magic stone. That I love that spell.
Yeah.
Great spell.
Yeah, she's got a little stone patch on her belt. I
Something's
got another
happening.
cool little trick in my backpack. Just wait till that
Alrighty.
happens.
So, when you all turn around, everybody please make a Arcana check for me.
Ooh,
Arcana. Ooh,
I can do that.
I can't.
I can kind of do that.
You can kind of do that.
6.
It's not the worst I could have gotten.
18, 6, 12. Come on, give us another multiple of 6. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
In 20 years. Cool. So turning around, Rose, you are just kind of like, what was that? That was a weird gust of wind. Nothing else really makes any kind of sense. 2 18s, nice. Val, as you turn around, you can see like a kind of shimmering kind of field in front of you all. It's just kind of like hanging there, kind of like curtains in the wind, as it's like moving along with nature's wind. But Coral and Lando, you guys can specifically see that this field is definitely obviously magic. But if you were to kind of put your hand on it, you probably wouldn't be able to move past, because there is now I think it's a wall of force,
Oh, damn.
I think is the name of it, that's kind of separated the two of you. And as far as you two can see, the people that were at the camp have completely vanished, but the fire is still running. So, lots of fun and games. As you will continue to walking, how much longer do you want to walk before you stop?
Far
It
enough
is
to go
currently
I want to try to
about.
do it craft the campfire again.
I mean, if they're gone, I mean,
Do you need to make a roll for Druidcraft?
No, it just happens. It's just a cantrip. It just says you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire.
Cool. It does not work this time.
So, is there anybody around that we can see?
Nah. You two can't. The other two can't see that the others have vanished. But they're also not really paying too much attention. Val is fascinated by this wall of like energy that has just kind of appeared, and Rose is still trying to figure out where the hell that wind came from.
Okay, look, I didn't do that. I mean, all I did was put out the campfire. I don't know. That wasn't me. I didn't do the wind. That was very
There,
strange, right?
there
Right?
appears to be some
this
sort
is
of
very strange. I don't see any
energy.
reason to engage with this.
Yes, I believe logically we should leave unless we are looking for danger, which I don't anticipate us wanting right now.
The
I
wilds
agree,
have
but
enough danger for us not to seek that out ourselves.
I agree, but I would like to ask, since I'm still using detect magic, where is it coming from? Where's it sourced?
The wall,
Yes.
or the wall itself, is just. I know Wall of Force is. I think it's like 60 feet, if I remember correctly.
120 feet
Probably not.
range.
Okay. All right. So with you kind of having a look at it now, you can see your budget kind of going. If that has a limit, you can find the edge of the limit to where you might think that, okay, cool, maybe it's only like right up to there. If you were to look carefully, if you want to, you can. But you will also just be able to see that just because your detect magic hits a certain point, there isn't anything further than that. There isn't, like, the fire itself is just a regular fire. There's nothing affecting that one. There's no like traces of anything. These people have just straight up vanished. But the detect magic kind of goes to a certain point, and then even though that's at a certain point, you can see that the wall is a lot further than that. So it's probably close to around 300 to 400 feet in width.
They literally
So
said
can we
top
all
of
just
the
like
hand.
fuck off in the same direction, or is the wall like in between us?
It
Or
Yeah,
is.
just
If
half?
you wanted to go back, you would have to go through the wall.
right, but we're not split up, are we?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
That's why I kind
this
of
is
said with
freaky.
the gust that
Let's
it
keep
pushed
going.
you all
Yeah, I
further
say
down.
let's just keep going.
I think it's I think we should keep going, but I also think we should put a pin in this. We probably need to figure out exactly what happened at some point.
I mean, sure, but it's late. I don't want to camp anywhere near this. So
That's a good point too.
How much further would you like to walk? It is currently 9 p.m.
yeah, probably at least an hour or more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Do we know about how far away Biruul is?
If you've been paying attention, if you've been kind of like drawing yourself a little map as you've been going, I'd probably say, yeah, I'd probably say that Biruul is, from what you were told of being like half a day to a day, and you guys have been walking for about 5-6 hours, I'd probably say that you're about halfway there.
All right, well, we're not gonna keep powering through the night and get there at break of dawn. So yeah, let's go another hour or so.
Fine with
Set
me.
up camp.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Walking ahead
Okay.
for an hour. You guys will stop and take a moment to create a little campfire, get yourselves all sorted in
Regret.
little.
Mhm.
Val is going to find a couple, 4 to be exact, very thin sticks, and she is going to put them around the campfire, and she is going to magically tinker each 4 out, like in like a, plus sign sort of thing, like on each side, north, south, east, west. And she is going to magically tinker those to when somebody steps on them, because it's the trigger is when they're pressed. So when somebody
Yeah.
steps on those thin sticks, it will emit a nonverbal sound, probably something loud enough to wake us up, like maybe like a boom or something.
Okay.
Sure.
Is there anything else that anyone else would like to do in
You
the
want to set up
meantime?
a watch rotation?
And that's probably for the best, especially with what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
I can do whenever. I could take first if you'd like.
Are any of you guys elves?
Do I look
Point
like
at my
an
left
elf?
here, half elven.
No, I'm a human.
Best we
There's
got
your
is
answer.
half. Only
You will
mother
get
side.
you will get 0.5 and you will enjoy it.
One half an elf. All right, I'll take second shift.
First, second, I'd say it would be 9 o'clock. So, what is a shift? Like 2 hours?
2 hours usually.
Yeah.
2 hours. So 11, 1, 3,
Yeah.
5.
Does anyone actually have spells they need to
2,
regenerate
3,
here?
4.
No, not
Yeah.
yet.
Because I cast that detect poison. I didn't ritual cast it, so I'm down 1 slot.
Okay.
I would probably say that it would need 4 in 2 hour slots.
Yep.
So, yeah, first up, please make me a. How do I
Perception?
want to do this? Yeah, let's make perception.
Oh,
Just
that
the
was
first person?
so close to being so
Ooh.
bad. It was on
Nice.
1 and then hit the side of the screen and then bounced over to 19. Oh.
Very nice. With a 26, absolutely nothing happens on your watch.
Cool.
Rude.
Second
Cool.
watch.
Fine by me.
But you're certain nothing happened.
I'm absolutely
Yeah, you are
certain.
certain.
With that, I'll wake up Coral. It's
All right.
actually pretty quiet tonight. I just made sure the fire was. I fed it, so you should be good for a while.
All right. Good to hear. Thanks. Put my armor on and I get ready for my shift.
Alrighty. Second shift, please.
Perception?
Yeah. Now, while we wait the 3 to 5 business days for the roll to come through,
There we
you
go.
do
Yours does take a while.
I know.
11. You do take a moment to kind of look around camp, make sure that everything's in order. You see these sticks that Val was able to kind of put around as like a tiny little perimeter around the camp. You are also not really able to see anything kind of happening. You're not seeing anything pop up. There's a couple of little animals that are kind of just walking around along the ground, but nothing really happening. It's quite boring.
Hey, good by me.
Alrighty. Coming into third shift, Val or Lando, who would like to go next?
Lando can, sure.
Yeah,
Sweet.
like Lando. Things seem quiet tonight.
A giant dragon appeared. No, I'm kidding.
So before I go to take my watch, I'm gonna kind of like sing like a soft like lullaby kind of ritual to do detect magic and keep it going throughout my watch.
Okay. That was good. I like that, Wolf. That was good.
Good time.
Alrighty. So you will have detect magic up while you are on your watch. So make me perception, please. Cool.
A
With a
really great
3,
roll.
you are basically just paying too much attention to the song, not so much the attention of the watch. You yourself haven't had to make a watch or anything for like a very long time, so it's almost like you've gotten a bit complacent in your not having to do anything in Zapprin. But with a 3, yeah, you don't notice anything.
I don't like how you phrase that.
Me? No. Me? Who, me? Alrighty. After 2 hours, make it makes it about 3 a.m. 3 a.m. 4 a.m. So Val, you are last up.
Excellent. I've had a great night's sleep.
I'm so happy for you. I can't relate.
Yeah, I think you technically got your long rest, right? You need
Yeah.
6 hours of downtime. Yeah.
I would say that everybody kind of does get their long rest.
I just meant in case something jumps
because
us in her final watch.
yeah, well, nothing's happened for you 3, and that's been about 6 hours. So you guys have just been chilling and resting. So everybody does get their long rest, which is nice. So Val, please make me the last perception check. Thank you.
Excellent. Woo! Nat 20.
Nat 20. Let's go. So you're wide awake. You are fresh. You are ready to go. It is quite logical for you to be the last one, since you're obviously going to be doing a lot of things during the trip. So of course it makes sense that you're going to be the last one awake to keep an eye on everything. While you're keeping an eye out, you're not quite as proficient when it comes to keeping watch. You were kind of one of the younger ones of the tribe that was more the ones being protected than on guard. But you were watching a few of the older tribes members from your home, and you kind of just tried to replicate a lot of what they did with varying degrees of success. Your kind of perimeter didn't really catch anything. but we feel like that's probably going to be a bit more of it's just 4 sticks in the ground that's lying down. If they step around them, Lamau, I suppose. But as you're kind of keeping an eye out now, you are able to see that there is a little bit of a red shimmer, kind of around the camp, but it stops at a certain point. There's kind of like a circular perimeter, around your sticks from like the end point all around in the circumference around it. The kind of little bit of a red shimmer kind of stops there, and it's just kind of sticking around. But aside from that, nothing happens.
Is that red shimmer from what I've done, or should I investigate?
No,
Okay.
it is not from what you've done.
Can I just maybe investigate it, see what might be going on?
Yeah, if you would like to.
Okay. Yeah.
You can roll me either an investigation or you can roll me Arcana, whichever one you would prefer.
Yeah, let's do investigation. You never know. Nope. That was a bad
With
idea.
11, you know that it wasn't yours.
Yeah, cool.
That's about it.
Excellent.
Alrighty. After 2 hours, it is now about 5 in the morning. The sun is starting to come up. Yes, I hope everybody enjoyed their sleeps.
I had a
Nothing
great
happened.
night.
And above table, I like a little bit of anxiety because nothing was going to happen. Lots of fun and games.
That's good. We love that.
So, is there anything now in the morning that you would like to do? Any routines while out bushwhacking? Or are you just going to start getting ready and then go?
Val will probably be like, I did observe some strange phenomena. There was a red glow. I'm not sure what it was, but it definitely was not anything that I had made. So I'm not sure if any of you had cast a spell, but it does look like there was something that was going on.
Can we still see that? Is it still up? The red glow?
It is gone.
I'd done detect magic, but that was all last night.
You did not get it. Mainly because you rolled a 5.
Oh no, I was just explaining to her that was all.
No, I
magic
know.
I did, yeah.
So it must have happened sometime between yours and mine, or maybe after that.
There's quite a few odd things happening with the wind and the red glow. Has anyone else been having voices in their head?
No.
I mean, me either. I was just wondering if anyone had.
I was about to say no, and I don't know anyone who ever has.
Yeah, no, me either. I just was curious. It seems like something that might also happen with all the weird stuff that's been. We should get going.
You've been hanging out with Orgul, whatever his name was. Too long.
Margot Blark. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
All right, well, we're only like half a day's trip from Biruul. We should get going.
Listen, hold on. I'm all for getting on the road, but we need breakfast, and I definitely need coffee before we get going.
Don't have
All right.
coffee.
So, who's making the survival check for that one?
Me, though.
Lando will. He'll make breakfast, even though his survival's terrible.
I'll help.
You'll help?
Or you could
Alrighty,
help.
roll it with
Or you could help
advantage.
me.
Actually, I think
I'm gonna go foraging for some berries.
Okay. Foraging for some berries, that is a survival as well. 9 for Lando. And
21. That's how you do it, son.
alrighty, so Lando, you are working, getting everything sorted. You don't have any of the devices or help from back in Zapprin, so you are quite out of practice. The coffee is bitter. It is coffee. It will get you going, but the coffee is very bitter. You're basically just drinking a black coffee.
From McDonald's.
Rose, you do come back with quite a large amount of freshly picked berries. You are also able to, obviously, with the 21, discern which ones are poisonous, which ones are not. So you obviously only pick out the good ones. But you
Damn
do come back
vibes.
with quite a handful, and it
berry.
will get everybody sorted up and ready and fed
Okay.
for the first couple hours of the day, which is quite nice. However, I probably wouldn't recommend the coffee if you don't like bitter things.
I feel like my bacon's burnt and eggs are kind of runny too.
I'll try some
You had
coffee.
bacon?
I mean, I'll try anything once.
I'll pass on that.
And only once, it seems. Maybe tomorrow. She'll just sit it back down. Kind of push it away.
Val, are you doing anything, or have you got your own stuff?
She's just probably eating berries and tinkering on some sort of cube.
Cool.
You know, of course, she's very polite. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you to the coffee. I find that does not help me. It gives me headaches if I have too much. So thank you.
Alrighty. Make me straight intelligence, Val, while everybody else has their meals and gets ready for the day of adventuring, which we love.
Intelligence. Where am I? There I am. Not having a good day.
7,
Nope.
you are unable to figure out how the hell you managed to get the box to glow and light up yesterday so easily. But maybe it was just a fluke and it just means more time to experiment.
That red glow really messed me up, apparently.
Alrighty, is there anything else for the camp before we decide to head out? No.
Not for me.
Nah. No. Alrighty, we are on the road again.
I'd play that, but I don't think we can.
We don't need to get a strike on the channel
Well,
already.
they're gonna do it anyway because my outro music. So let's just not give them more
Oof.
ammunition.
Alrighty, so on the track now, if anybody would like to, as we're kind of moving along, make a perception check. This will be for the entire 5 hours leading up to Biruul. So everybody is welcome to make one.
Now I get good.
While you guys are kind of walking along, Val, 18, 15, 25, as you guys are kind of walking along, Val, you are able to see the red shimmer again. And you will see that the red shimmer is kind of trying to stay away from the party a little bit. As you kind of notice it, you can point it out, and everybody else can now see the red shimmering that is kind of on the outside of the party. You will all notice that as you're moving forward, it's kind of like it's like coming back to kind of fill in the gap from behind, as like it is like a circumference around us. But after about 30 minutes of walking, you see that it does part in front of you, and moving forward, it completely goes after an hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna divine sense on it. Does this like give any vibes of like angels, devils, undead, anything like that?
That is a good question. I'm going to say no, not
Okay.
at this point. Later on, once you've got a bit more of a grasp on everything, that answer may change.
Okay.
Can I kind of just say that I was doing the detect magic thing again, just as a ritual playing while we were walking?
How long does detect magic last for? Is it like a 8-hour thing?
I think it's a
Well,
concentration thing.
It's a 10-minute concentration.
yeah, but with the ritual casting, he can basically just, if he keeps playing while we're walking, essentially
Okay.
keep
Yeah.
up.
Probably
Extend it
be-
10 minutes every.
Yeah, basically.
probably wouldn't be able to make good perception checks while he's doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But essentially, all I really want to know from it is what type of magic it is.
You can see that it is a magic that you have not seen or experienced yet.
Does it have a school that we would know, or that he would
Let
know?
me
Hard
let
knocks.
me Google. Let's have a quick Google.
You don't have all the wizard schools memorized yet. How dare
How
you?
dare
you?
Is this a... Here's the thing, it's not necessarily whether it is a wizard class, it is whether this school of magic is base D&D or homebrew D&D. That is the
Interesting.
question that I want to ask, because if it's homebrew, I can say no. You don't know that.
Let's see.
But if it is a one for
Wards and
for a
defensive
thing.
spells are abjuration.
But
If
I
it's
would
anything
say
like
that
that.
detect magic
Okay.
does say that any object, any. It says I learn at School of Magic. So
Just that you learn at
wouldn't I
School of Magic?
Wouldn't I still learn the School of Magic even if it is homebrew?
With the arguments in place, yes. The best part is that you still have absolutely no idea how your party is managing to avoid hemomancy, which is blood magic.
Ooh.
Cool. Gross.
Oh, that.
But we don't know that. Or I don't know.
Nah. Just the bard. Just the cigar.
Well,
Yay.
so I mean, Lando's just going to tell you guys about it. This is blood magic here. So
What is what?
Blood
this
magic.
aura all around us is blood magic. We should probably just not be walking through it, or be near it at all. But I don't know. I'm just bored.
It appears for some reason that it is not touching us, so perhaps there may be a flaw in whomever is casting this then.
You all can see that it is about a 30-foot cylinder constantly around the party that is
Moving with
moving
us?
along
I was
with
like
you.
following us.
Yeah.
Or like we're in the center of like a safe
You're
zone.
in the
It's
center.
moving.
Yeah,
The eye of the hurricane.
See,
basically.
that's terrible.
I'd really, never really thought I'd say this, but I'd like to get out of this. I'd like to get back to the town now. I think I'm done.
Well,
with
we're
the
gonna get
outside.
to it down pretty quickly here. Is this like targeting all of us, or is this like some of us?
If you were able to look out, and with the perception check from before, as I said, that it would cover the 5 hours from the thing, you guys are able to know and discuss that it is essentially, no matter how far you walked within the first 4 hours, there was always like a shimmer or a raining kind of effect with this kind of magic around you guys. But no matter how much further you went, it was always going to be there. But as you kind of reach a certain point, as you get closer to Biruul, it does part a little bit at the front. And as you kind of step forward, if you were to stand like even 10 feet forward, there wouldn't be any in your front view. But if you turn around, there would still be like a 20-foot cone, 20-foot cylinder around you from the backside.
Is there any kind of magic that's making that happen that I detect?
You can't detect anything
All
further.
around us.
You
It's almost
can't
like-
even detect that the magic is around you. All you know is that there is a 30-foot cylinder that has stopped this kind of rain effect from hitting any of you guys.
It's almost like
Yeah.
something's
This is
protecting
really weird.
us, right? I mean, it
Yeah.
feels like something's protecting us, but I don't know what it would be.
Is it protecting us, or is it targeting us? So highlighting
Coral,
us.
I just remembered, you will be able to remember that coming into town with the merchant, with the tradesman, with the Merchants Guild, this wasn't here before, but also you were a guard. You weren't really paying too much attention to your surroundings. You were more so protecting everybody. But you're fairly certain that there wasn't a kind of shimmering effect. Even though you came from the west in, you guys came further west. You guys took a west and a north up around the farms of Zapprin. So this is a different direction. So you know that it's obviously just supposed to be up this way.
What I'm saying is, it seems like this area or something is flooded with this, and for some reason it seems like wherever we walk, we're immune to it. I don't know if something... That's why I said I feel like something's protecting us. It feels like we're
Like it's
warded.
following us like a wake almost.
Or like it can't get to us because something is not allowing it to come any closer than where it is. Like
Well, then in that case, wouldn't that mean that both things are happening? There is something trying to get us and something protecting us?
I suppose it would. Either way, I think we should get out of here. Maybe someone in the
Yeah.
town
I
I
agree.
concur with
will
that.
know about it. We can ask around. Hopefully, it's not there also.
It looks like towards the town it's lesser, so we should go there
Let's go
immediately.
talk about it there.
Yeah.
Do we see any signs of how close we are to the town?
There are no signs, but you can see some wilted farms as you kind of stake another 10 minutes forward. So you're still about 50 minutes out of Biruul. But as you get a bit closer, you can see that there are the obvious signs of farmland, but the crops are long dead. Which is always fun.
I guess the druids don't
Yay.
feel the need to come up here and help out.
Alrighty. As we are moving our way forwards, as we come up from the south.
Oh, new map.
Ooh, new map.
Indeed.
Ooh, there's a big old dead tree right in the middle there.
As you come up from the south, so you will all be able to put your tokens down on that side, you will be able to see that a lot of the fields that were dying before, you were able to kind of see that there was one or two plants maybe that were fine, quotation marks. They probably did grow something not too long ago. But aside from that, as you kind of step into the town, there's almost like an eerie kind of sense around it. Like it kind of feels a bit funky, a bit weird. There's not really many sounds. There's no birds. There's no rustling. The wind feels very empty, especially at the moment. Everybody, please make me either perception or investigation as you step into town, which will make things interesting. Ooh.
I whiffed one of those.
Ooh. 14,
There we
9, 10, and a 17. Cool. So, as you are stepping into town, Rose, Lando, you two are just kind of a bit perplexed. It is an empty town. You guys can't see anything, you can't hear anything, you can't feel anything. Val, you have a bit more luck. You can see that it was clearly abandoned, namely due to some of the walls in some of the houses kind of not necessarily breaking in or kind of like breaking apart or anything, but you can see that some of the stones have definitely not been kept up with. You can see that some of the windows that are there are completely blown out or empty. And another thing as well to notice is that the house, as you come in to your right, which is the one on the bottom there, you can see that that's almost completely caved in and collapsed. And then Coral, my good friend, you stepping in from the front of the pack now, kind of coming in, you are able to see that while it is a very abandoned town, there are fresh tracks in the ground of human feet.
And so
Can't tell what made the tracks.
Human feet.
I believe we should check for bandits. This town seems to be abandoned, and logically there may be some nefarious people who have moved in to take advantage of this.
Or warlords.
just to be clear, this is not Biruul, or this is Biruul?
This is Biruul.
This is
Okay.
Biruul.
This is Biruul.
You know, I kind of wish Ladida would have mentioned that Biruul was in this
La-di-da.
state.
It's Urga Blurg Blurg.
I was expecting something different. Okay.
So,
Yes.
Lando, I guess I'm going to continue playing the Detect Magic song. Can I kind of just like walk over towards this building here to the right
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna
just
check
try
out
to
this building
see if I
right
see
here.
anything?
On the right, coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess they're all doing.
All right. Who's going in first, Lando?
I don't have to. I can be whoever.
I mean, if Lando's gonna jump in there, sure, I'll let him. But I'd go in there if he's has
All
any
right.
hesitation.
Lando, as you go to step inside the building, I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I knew it.
What we got? Dex save of 21.
21.
Even though you're playing quite loudly, you are pretty easily able to see a blunt object being swung towards your head. And as you kind of do, you see that there are two young gentlemen kind of on the inside there. With everything that's kind of happening, you can see that they are quite frantic and quite panicky, especially now since you guys have entered in the building. And one of them just kind of looks at you as you kind of like dodge basically the stick that they have in their hand, that has basically just been golf swung into your head. As you kind of dodge the way out of that, you can see the two of them are just kind of standing there now, just panicked and frozen in complete fear, seeing four strangers try to come into this house.
So Lando says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on here?
Who?
Is everything
Who?
okay? What's happening?"
Who are you? Who? Why are you here?
My name's Lando. This is Rose. This here's Coral, and this here's Valrus.
No, there's not supposed to be anybody here. This isn't right. What do I do?
We're just passing through, friend. What do you need help? What can we do?
You can see that he is not paying attention to what you're saying. And then as you're kind of like trying to stand there and see, basically trying to convince this person of what's going on, behind you, all you hear is, "Just fucking kill them!" As you see four more figures appear from the other town homes, and we are rolling initiative.
So is it a total of 5 then?
There is 6
Or
of them.
4? Okay, so there's 6 total. Okay.
So 4 behind you guys, and the 2 inside the building.
Excellent.
Roll
Luckily
initiative.
for
Oh no.
me,
Okay.
yes, we are rolling initiative, and we
Okay, great. Excellent. Yay, I'm going last. It's a good thing for me.
okay.
Ooh, 20.
Oop, tokens. That one I need to add to the initiative tracker. Cool. So I have an initiative tracker there, which is basically just for me to make things a bit easier. If everybody could please tell me what you rolled.
I got
I
a
rolled
1.
See it.
Coral has a 15.
All right.
20
Cole
for
has
Yeah,
Rose.
so I guess a total of 9 for me.
9 for Val, 20 for Rose, and Lando scored themselves
7.
a 7. Okay. So with that, I can definitely tell you guys that Rose is up first.
Rose is up first?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just typing
That
in the
works
rest
for
of
me.
the. And then there is one more, which is there. And then I do the thing where. Why is this not doing it for me? There
I
it
always
is.
love the fight
There we go.
music.
Rose first up.
I like this fight music.
What would you like to do?
So I'll turn around and I see 1, 2, 3, 4 people behind me, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna just
Okay.
take 2 steps over here, just kind of watching what they're doing. I'm going to hold my action. I'm going to hold a thorn whip. Let's see, 30 feet. If anybody comes within 30 feet of us, I will thorn whip them if they seem like they are aggressively coming towards us.
Okay.
And that's what I'll do.
All right. Is there anything else that you need to do for your turn?
I'll say something. I'll just say, hey, everybody. Nice to meet you. And then that'll be it.
Alright. So, oh, that was weird. Okay, my mouse double clips and I don't know why, it's really annoying. So, first up we have our first commoner man in the building, and Lando. He is going to take a swing at you. Because of course he is, you're literally right there. And I need to ask, does a 14 hit you at all?
Yes.
Yes, alrighty. I get to attack my friends. I mean, what? Yay! You will take 2 points of damage as the man tries and swings again with the stick. This time, kind of trying to get you a bit off guard as he kind of slams it straight into your arm, basically into the upper arm around that area there. As hard as he can, he just kind of swings it into you. And then as soon as he does, he panics a little bit and starts to run further into the building. So if you would like to, you can take an attack of opportunity. Alrighty. Lando takes an attack of opportunity.
Hey.
That is definitely going to hit. Please roll me some damage.
Hey.
Alrighty, so you essentially get revenge on this guy. As he goes to step away, you react just as quickly with your rapier. And as you do, you kind of swing to try and catch them. You get them a bit too early and digging quite deep as you slash this guy deeply in the back, and he falls to the ground dead.
Cool. One down.
So that's one. Coral, g'day, you're up next.
All right. So Lando, you took 2 damage, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna use my action to lay on hands you for get your 2 health back, and I am going to move next to this guy up here, and I'm just gonna stay there with my armor and my shield out.
So you're just standing there, or?
Yep.
Alrighty. Cool. Up next, we have this one over here, as soon as I remember how to move things around. So the lady over here that is kind of standing next to what kind of, if you would take a guess, the guy that's standing behind the lady is the one in charge. Also shown by the fact that he has a portrait and not a character figurine. You see the lady kind of start to take 10 feet of movement. I need to see whether that is within the 30 feet. It is not. And you will see that the lady is going to kind of pull out her mace a little bit and aim it towards Val. Actually, let's roll. Still Val, sorry. You can see that she kind of like starts to panic a little bit, and then she just throws her mace at you. She has no idea what she's doing. Does a 10 hit?
Does a 10 hit? No.
No. So you can see that she's obviously quite inexperienced. She has no idea what she's doing. As she just yeets this mace towards you, and it lands at your feet. And then she kind of just like screams a little bit, and all you can hear is, "Fuck! I wasn't supposed to do that." I don't know what I'm doing.
No, they're not bad guys. They're just silly gooses.
I was imagining Val just like stepping back just a bit as the mace landed in front of her. She's like,
Ew.
She calculated how far it would go and then took like the step.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now it is our good friend, our guard's turn. And you see as he just he looks quite exasperated. I know that the token shows that he's quite armored. He isn't armored. It is basically just like a chain and a shield. But you can kind of see that as he's kind of looking around, he's just absolutely useless. I was told these people were better than that. As he kind of starts to, let me measure. Cool. So he is going to move himself to and fit into there, which will be within 30 feet. If you would like to pop off.
Does it look like he's coming in aggressively? Like, is he
Oh
gonna...
yeah, his sword and shield is drawn, and he's basically running to hit something.
I'll use my reaction to Thorn Whip for 22.
A 22 is definitely going to hit.
Okay. So that's 5 points of damage. As Rose sees him coming, she just holds her hand out, and this just thorn, but Bulbasaur style, kind of comes out, whips the air, goes around, whips around him, and it's going to yank him another 10 feet closer to me as well.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Always have that one. So he is going to move 10 feet towards you.
Yeah.
As you kind of whip it around and do a fair amount of damage. Actually, that's a lie. It's not a fair amount of damage. I just like saying that for people.
It was almost max.
It was almost max, but it wasn't. So you can see that as the kind of thorns dig into him a little bit, he lets out a little growl, not so much a scream, and then he's kind of looking at you menacingly and just, "You're one of them." And he is now,
Do you mean a woman?
he looks like he is ready to kill you, specifically.
She just winks at him.
Val, what would you like to do?
Oh boy, who does Val want to hurt? He's not within any sort of thing. I can probably move back to like here, right?
Nobody is around.
Okay.
No one's around for an attack of opportunity.
Excellent. I wasn't sure if he got too close or not.
Nah.
Hard for me to see him, old lady. Old lady eyes. All right. I think I'm going to. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cast Magic Stone again. It's a bonus action for me to do that. And I'm going to use my sling, and I'm gonna hit the chick, the one that like threw her mace at me.
Through the mace? Yep.
Yeah.
Roll to hit, please.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you hit her. 100%.
Well, I only hit her for 5, so it's a rock.
Alright. So as
That's
you
a
do
fair amount
kind
of damage.
As you do, you aim down. You're basically trying to get revenge now. They tried to throw a mace at you. You throw a sling at them, essentially. Now, I need to ask you, is it a sling, or is it like a slingshot?
It's gonna be like a slingshot because I think that's more measured. That's something that she would do.
Okay.
But it has a magical force to it.
Yeah, regardless of how reserved or anything this sling is, as soon as you let fire, you can see the kind of like fear in her eyes as it gets her in the side of the head and just kind of goes into it and lodges it, and she falls to the ground dead.
Killed somebody.
Val killed someone. Whoa, panic attack. No, I'm kidding.
She probably is going to not talk for a while after this.
Is there anything else that you would like to or are able to do? Because you used the magic stone.
No, for sure not. I'm good.
Alrighty. Lando, how would you like to murder the next person? I'm kidding.
I'm definitely going to try.
Welcome to do whatever you like, mate.
Lando is going to attempt Dissonant Whispers on the big guy.
Okay.
It's a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Alrighty. And it is a Wisdom?
Yep.
Alrighty. And 14, you said, yeah?
Yep.
He fails.
Nice. So he's going to take 3d6.
Whoa. Someone's using spell slots.
So he's taking 9 damage.
Yep.
And must immediately use a reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay, and that's immediate as a reaction.
Immediately, and it just won't move into things that will hurt it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alrighty. It has now essentially ran away from you. Alright.
I think I made up a story about like his wife cheating on him or something like that. He's all upset about it.
Alrighty, is there anything else that you would like to do?
Nope. I think I'll stay right here.
No? Alrighty, moving on along now, it is the turn of the gentleman that is standing right next to our good friend Coral, which is always fun.
He looks like a ghost.
He does a little bit.
Really
I don't know
does.
why it does that.
Yeah, I've actually been wondering if it was a ghost.
He is scared shitless. No. So, he is going to basically try to swing at you, Coral.
Alright.
I'm going to safely assume that a 5 will not hit.
5 will certainly not.
No. So as he does kind of swing to hit you, this one has a little bit more finesse to them with the way that they kind of attack with their weapon. So far, the other ones have just kind of haphazardly thrown their weapon or just tried to swing a club. This guy actually does have a sword, and as he kind of like tries to swing, you're able to quite deftly able to dodge backwards. Nice. And then moving that as well, he doesn't try to run, but he is going to let me do this. Cool. He is going to basically just look at you, and he is going to stare you down, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Alright. While that takes 14, nice. You are able to see him kind of stare you down. He looks quite angry. And as he kind of basically just kind of screams at you, and just screams, there's nothing audible, whatever, you are able to not be taunted by him.
Okay.
So, moving on, we have our lady friend in the back here. She is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. She's going to move 30 feet down towards, obviously, everybody else. And I need to make sure that I is around here somewhere. Cool, we will take that one. She is going to lift up what looks like a bow and arrow, and she is going to fire directly at Rose.
What?
Roll again.
Never.
8 is not going to hit.
Nope.
No. As she lets fire the arrow, this is another one that you can see has a bit more training, a bit more finesse to it, but the arrow still goes flying straight past your head and off somewhere in the distance.
Rose just stands, doesn't even flinch as it goes just right by her.
Alrighty. They can't do much else. And now it is the turn of our good friend here inside the building with you, Lando. They are still going to roll to hit. Does a 15 hit you at all?
Yes.
Alrighty, so as he swings, he is also going to swing with the club that's in his hand. This time you're going to take 3 points of damage.
Alright.
And he's learned. He's not stupid. He's not stupid. He's not running. He just watched you, like, cut down the other guy. He's not moving anywhere. This brings us back to Rose.
All right. So Rose is going to... Let me measure this. Yeah. So I got a 20-foot. If I do it right there, that'll hit all of them. I'm going to drop a fairy fire right there.
Alrighty,
So,
and you're able to choose who is affected by that, I'm assuming?
yeah, well, it says each object in a 20-foot cube, any creature in the area when the spell is cast, makes a dexterity saving throw. It's a good luck,
So-
everybody.
No, it's going to hit us all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any
so-
creature, it will hit
Everyone.
everybody except for... If it goes through buildings, it'll hit the commoner behind the wall. If it does not go through buildings, he is safe. Everybody else
I'll do it like
will need
this.
to make...
I'll do it like this and avoid me and Val.
Yeah, that is.
1, 2, and 3. And which save is this one, sorry?
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity,
That's
so
also chubby
3
as
there,
You
and
could totally
Coral
save me
and
too.
Coral and Lando will also need to be...
I don't think I can save you and get the guy up
Yeah,
top.
Hey,
Can't you get it like centered just a little bit further up?
Let's try.
There you go. That was what I was making. Oh well, that was something like along that line, maybe further. You might have to
Ooh,
move
wait.
Rose.
I can
That
move
was what I was
Rose.
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Let's do. Would you say that misses?
Yeah.
That for sure misses.
All right, so it's just Coral. Sorry, Coral.
okay, I saved.
Coral's
So-
probably the only one that can take.
All right, I'm dropping it there, so it'll miss Lando too.
Okay.
So just Coral from our end, and that's a dexterity saving throw.
What are they rolling?
Let me see. Dexterity saving throw. I think this saves 15.
Is it a 15?
Yes, save DC.
Alrighty. So, our two friends here, we have our... let's make it that color, because that's really bright. So these two failed, but the knight passed.
Boy. So the two that
because
failed,
I
they're gonna glow.
believe the
and-
roll is meets beats.
Yeah, so if they got a 15,
Cool.
they succeeded.
So he succeeded. Those two, what happens?
So those
advantage
two.
to hit, right?
Sorry, what was that?
It's an advantage to hit them, right?
It is. Yeah, so they will start glowing. You'll have advantage to any attack roll. We'll have advantage in them, and then they'll start to glow like a blue, and then it will like kind of transition to like a pink and just kind of back and forth. It's just like this back and forth kind of whoosh, whoosh. But those two are glowing.
Cool.
I like the description.
Like the two fairies from Sleeping Beauty, or like, make it blue.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that.
Alrighty. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
That
Is
would
there
be my
anything else
action.
you can do.
Uh,
Alrighty.
I could move, but I don't think I will.
Coral.
All right, I'm gonna attack the guy that's next to me here, and I have advantage.
Never would have guessed. No.
So yeah, longsword, 21.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit him.
Cool.
Roll damage. Roll damage.
Oh,
Ah.
very slowly. Oh, there we go. 11.
Well, on the plus side, that is an amazing roll. But on the plus side, regardless of what you have rolled, you would have absolutely skewered this man. These guys only have 4 HP, and you have a +3. So regardless of what you rolled,
Yep.
But with a full swing of your sword, you're essentially not taking any chances. You probably don't know your own strength as you kind of swing and you completely decapitate this guy. Like he
Alright.
dead.
He
Oh,
did that.
no.
All right.
I just wanted to see how much damage you were doing to his body.
Huh.
Well, that's enough.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
We really did turn him into
then
a
for my
ghost.
move, I'm gonna go up next to this night guy, because yeah, he seems like the most dangerous one out there. So I want to be right next to him.
Yep. Alrighty, anything else that you would like to do?
That's it for me.
That's it for you. Awesome. Fun times for me. It is his turn. So as he kind of stops running away from you, Lando, does he have any residual effects or retaining effects, or is it just he had to run from the Dissident Whispers? Because if he just had to run, awesome. But
that's it. That's the end of the effects.
cool. Alrighty, he is going to absolutely take a swing at you, my friend Coral. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
No, so 16 doesn't hit. As he kind of like takes his sword, he holds his shield up in his left hand, and he tries to like move his sword around in his hand so he's holding it backwards as he tries to shank you from the top over the top of his shield. As he's kind of standing there right next to him, and as you kind of are again able to dodge out of the way, he is looking quite pissed off. And he is also going to shout, so I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw again, please.
Okay.
You're just getting insults left and right.
Oh no.
Ooh.
5.
With a 5. So, as he kind of shouts, I just moved it. Where is it going to be? There it is. So, as he shouts, like, directly right into your face, straight at you, he is very angry. You are going to take 4 points of damage, and you are now only targeting him. As far as you're concerned, the entire world has disappeared, and it is just you and him. You cannot target anybody else or do anything for 10 minutes, except fight him.
Noted. Okay.
But you did take 4 damage. Bal, what would you like to do, my friend?
I think
Like to
I'm
murder
just.
someone else?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna murder another person. I guess.
Hell yeah!
So yeah,
Now
I'm
who
gonna
are we killing?
yeah, right, it's gonna be great. It's gonna take another stone out, because that seemed to work last time. So we'll do that again.
Alright.
Ah,
Are you
20!
aiming at? Is that a nat 20? No, dirty
No.
20. Okay. That is going to hit any of them. Which one are you hitting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm gonna hit the last like chick that's like sort of not in
Okay.
around anybody.
Good advantage. Check that.
You
Yeah.
do have
Not that I needed
advantage.
it.
Just do it. See if you crit. See if you take her head off.
Yeah, I'll do it one more time. I'll roll one more time.
See if you take
No,
her head off.
just
23.
slightly better. All right.
Roll damage for me.
Yeah, I will. This goes away. Okay. Ooh, well, 8.
Hey.
This is another one where you were a bit. Okay, this is where the scary part of logic and science comes into D&D. After seeing the damage that you did to the last one, your brain starts to go into overload a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes logical sense. The size of the rock means it's likely going to hit harder. So you pick up a bigger rock and launch it in your sling, and this time it does hit her in the side of the head, and this time it just concaves the entire left side of her skull into her body.
Cool.
And she is absolutely dead.
Yeah.
I would be very surprised if she survived that, but absolutely not. So with
Landon's
science,
like, gross but cool.
Treated her with science.
science has shown that bigger rocks do bigger damage, and that is your logic moving forward.
Yeah, I like that.
Obviously. Would you like to do anything else before Lando takes their turn?
No, for sure not. I'm good.
Lando, how you going, buddy? What are you doing?
Let's see. I think that I'm gonna have Lando attack twice with his he's got 2 weapon fighting, so I'm gonna attack with my rapier and my dagger
Mm-hmm.
on the dude right next to me. I probably won't. Well, if I hit, I probably won't have to hit him with the dagger, but I'll go for the rapier. All right.
That's gonna hit.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And then
Murdered
with the
that
other one,
dude. I don't really have any bonus actions, so. Oh, is he still alive?
no, he's dead.
Oh, yeah. I don't
Your
really
bonus
have any
actions-
You said you wanted to
The
do
dagger
both
is
of
the
them.
bonus action.
Yeah,
What was it?
The
Your
dagger,
dagger
is
is
the
the-
bonus
which you still have if you want to run up and shiv the other guy.
action.
Oh, I'm following.
Or you can chip this guy even more.
Yeah.
I don't.
Make
I can't
sure
walk
they're
that far.
real.
How many holes would you like this corpse to have?
Oh, you don't. What's your movement?
third. Oh, I can get there.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go.
And then I'll do. Oof.
A 5 is definitely not going to hit.
No,
As he
excellent.
kind of watches you come towards you, he just basically stands himself strong with his shield in his hand. As your tiny little dagger just kind of like pokes a tiny hole in the shield. It's just like dink. But Coral, what would you like to do?
What next?
Not Coral.
No, Rose is up next.
Rose.
Oh yeah, Rose, sorry. I even looked at it. It is there, right in front and on top. And I'm like, hey, Coral!
Let's see.
Let's not give another turn to the bloodthirsty, sassy druid.
Sassy.
And Val.
Let's see. Range is 30 feet. Let me just make sure. I'll have to move in a little bit. Yeah, so I'll just take a couple steps closer. And then I'll Vine Whip again. Or Thorn Whip.
Okay. Vine Whip. Really got that Bulbasaur on your mind,
I
eh?
really do. Does a 23 hit?
A 23 is going to hit. Roll for damage, my friend.
Oh, okay. This one's max damage for 6. So I don't know what this would look like, but as I throw the vine between the two of them, I would still try to pull him 10 feet and just kind of pull him through those two. So I don't know if that would do anything.
Through those two.
Or if
okay.
it would, I don't know if that would provoke
Are
an
you pulling
opportunity
him
attack?
towards? Are you pulling him? He has to be pulled towards you,
Yeah,
correct?
Yeah, that's part of it. When you hit, it
5 and
pulls
10.
them closer. Or
Okay,
maybe he
Coral.
can't move because of them. I don't know. It's up to you.
Coral, make me a dex save.
Sure.
And Lando, when you get back, if you would like to, you can make a opportunity attack.
I failed it
You failed.
by a lot.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I had to keep the dogs out. They were sniffing. All right. I can do opportunity attack. You said.
Yes, if you would like to do an opportunity attack, you can.
He's being pulled away from you.
That's gonna miss, right?
A 13 is going to miss. And righty. You know what? I'm going to say that. Okay, that's good then. Lando, you are going to take 1 point of damage as he doesn't lose his footing, but he is basically dragged into you and through. So he will move to here. And he basically comes through you. We can say with the 1 damage, basically he just kind of shoves you a little bit with his shield as he goes
Lando
through.
or me?
To you, Coral. God damn these names, man. Second session, it's fine.
I just went
But yeah,
along
so
with
you're like, cool, I'll take damage, sure, why not? But yeah, so you will take 1 point of damage. But as soon as you do, your eyes don't leave his body. You are still under the effect of taunt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With
Is there
that,
anything else that you can do, Rose?
I will take one more step closer and just look him in the eye and say, I wasn't done with you. And now I am flanking. Have fun, Coral.
Cool.
Cool.
Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Hit me?
No, it doesn't hit you.
Talking to me? Rose?
Yes.
It does
Rose.
not.
It does not hit. Awesome. As you pull in and you stand in front of him, he drops his sword and pulls out a little knife and tries to shank it into you, using his reaction to do so. But you just move out of the way. It's like, okay, cool, fam. What's next?
Oh, you want to dance, do you?
Next up, Coral.
All right. Do I get an advantage or anything from flanking?
From flanking, I do believe it is advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
I have the nod of approval from one of the 3 DMs.
I hope so. That's why I did it.
Love it.
Alright, so with advantage, with the
Do, do,
longsword
do,
to
do.
hit.
All right,
+5, that's
everybody,
cool.
take a coffee break.
21, you're easily able to hit.
Yeah. All right, cool. Roll that damage. Yeah, it looks like 6 damage.
6 damage. How would you like to end this?
All right, so he's wearing chainmail and shield and all that. All right, so the sword will like get in between the chinks of the chainmail and like right into his side and burst of blood and and
Gross.
and then he falls out of the ground. Yeah.
Awesome.
Gross.
So, leading it in through, you skewer probably some important organs. At this stage, you're not paying too much attention to how much damage you're doing. You just know that it's either you or him, and right now you have the opportunity to take him out. As soon as your sword kind of goes into the side of his body, you dig it in until a point where your mind kind of snaps back to essentially what is happening here. And as soon as you do, the sword stops and you kind of like just pull it out because you would recognize that in a war between yourself and him, if you've immediately snapped out, he's dead.
Oh.
So as you kind of pull your sword out now, he is dead on the ground. Yay! We survived combat!
Right. Wipe my sword
So-
off. Sheath it. Oh.
Perhaps we should have
Look
kept one of
around to
them
see if like
alive.
any sort of like guard or anything is coming about this, because we're in a town. This
You
Well,
can
actually, I
make
was going to
me
ask Coral. Do
perception.
you know who any of these? Do you happen to know who these people are?
no, this is the first time I've been here.
Why did they just attack? Like we
Oh no.
weren't doing anything.
They said you're one of them. To you, Rose.
I
Well-
believe he was referencing magic users.
Right.
Oh yes, I keep forgetting that we're not supposed to do that.
I do not think it mattered in this case.
That's all right. We killed them all.
Well, there you go.
Well, yeah, but
we probably should have kept one alive to kind of figure out what they were talking about.
Seemed to have been hard to do. They
yeah,
felt
they were
quite
very insistent on making sure that either one of us, either them or us.
Give me just a moment. I want to look around. Is there any wildlife here? Any creatures or anything like that?
Feel free to make me a nature check.
Nature. Okay.
Don't do nature.
19.
excellent. That's excellent.
With a 19, you are able to see that there is absolutely no form of nature around at all. It is a completely abandoned, and as far as now you're concerned with the bodies scattered around, it is completely dead in this town. It may as well have been abandoned and left to nature.
Something, I don't know, something happened here, but not just to the people. There's no animals, there's no birds. If you listen really closely, literally no life.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's
Do
very
you,
strange.
Oh my god.
Is there so if I check the I want to check the body of the like main guy.
Of the Night Knight?
Yes.
Good idea.
Yeah, loot the bodies.
Well, yeah, loot all the bodies, but I'd like to like check him for information mainly.
Okay. As you're kind of checking the body, I will get you to roll investigation. And there
Well,
will
he's
be a
checking the body. I'm going to
specific-
check the houses. Like, so this one to the left here.
Okay, so luckily enough, as soon as you kind of check into the
Hey.
houses, it is empty.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, nice. So the buildings themselves are all kind of empty. No matter which one you go into, I won't
Okay.
make you roll for it. You guys are now the only ones left in this town alive. For you, Lando, searching the body, you can't find anything specific. There is no kind of notes. There's no real like imagery. There's no like any signatures. Nothing like that. But what you are able to find as you kind of dig around basically the corpse, you strip them of their armor and kind of like shake it all out and throw the shield off to the side or whatever, because who needs a shield? You don't need a shield. As you're kind of like checking him, you do. It has been long enough. Detect magic works for 10 minutes, and you would have used it as you were coming in, which means it would still be up. As you kind of like take off the armor, you are able to see that there is a faint red glowing kind of coming in from the pockets of the gentleman. As you lean down and pick it up, I need you to make me an Arcana check, please.
Is it more of the blood magic? Like, is it the same magic we
It's
saw
still in
earlier?
the pocket at the moment. With the red glow, you could probably make an estimated guess, but it isn't really confirmed until you do pull out, and it is blood magic. And you pull out a blood crystal, which is glowing a faint red.
Ooh, gross.
Okay.
It is a solid red, kind of half glowy crystal, and I am going to put it into the chat, into our party chat that we have on the Discord. And for the stream, I will now upload it to Roll20 so that I can put it up, because it's just going to be so much easier to do that than it would be to get Wolf to be like, "Oh God, I'm going to do everything."
Side bit.
I would appreciate that.
Yes.
If I were to go into one of the buildings and look
Mhm.
at like the kitchen area, the fireplace, does it look like there's any food? And if so, how rotten does it look? I'm trying to like, and also I want to smell the well that's in the center. I'm kind of wanting to figure out like how long it may have been abandoned.
Okay, so with the well, you're able to spell that it is completely stagnant. There is no real anything coming from the well. It just kind of smells like dead water.
Mhm.
As you're kind of going into some of the buildings, the food that's like on tables, on the shelves, and that, there is a big kind of discrepancy between the fresh food that obviously these people have been eating and the absolutely molded, growing mushrooms, growing shits on the shelving.
Cool.
But for everybody on the stream, the blood crystal that is in the middle, that is what it looks like. Obviously, it is not that big. It is just a small crystal that fits in the palm of your hand. Specifically, if you were able to, you'd be able to like wrap your fingers around each of the kind of curved in parts, to kind of like hold, similar to a brooch of a sense. But it is a blood crystal that is glowing. And with an arcana of 11, you know that it is blood magic. You have no idea what it is or what it's for.
I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
Cool.
Why
Do you
not?
let anybody know that you now have a blood crystal, or no?
No.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if
Like
I
it.
trust them yet.
Cool.
Love it.
Keep your secrets.
Alrighty. Is there anything else that we would like to do at this present time after the fight, or are we kind of just investigating now?
Yeah, just sort of I'd probably, come back to specifically Rose. I'd just be like, I've investigated a little bit. It does seem that maybe this has been abandoned for quite a while. It is not a recent abandonment.
This
Yeah.
town seems like it's been standing here vacant for a very long time.
Yes.
I, don't- I just feel like it's weird that this didn't come up.
Yeah, it's very strange. Do you
This
think
is
that? Do
really
you
weird.
think? Go ahead.
I think that
We
what?
keep going to what's the next town? Gira?
Urah.
Urah.
Well,
Urah.
I think we
That's where
have to.
the library is, right?
Right. I
Yes.
mean, surely they have some information about what happened here. And to be honest, I don't really want to go back through the red mist on the way back. Uh, And
No.
what's back there for
And there's
us?
that wall.
Oh yeah, I don't even. Right. Could we even go back if we wanted to? I don't think we should stay here.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, see, I was gonna be like, they got comfy beds.
Ugh,
Yeah,
Well.
comfy beds, but the
It
entire town
would
went
be
nuts, and
about 11 a.m. right now.
I'm ready for a nap.
You drawing
I don't
your
think
maps
Lando cares.
and doing your
yeah, the
maps and
days go.
remembering the distance. It will still take a full day of walking. If you were to like push through, you could probably make it by nighttime. But if you're just going at like a regular pace, you will need to camp again.
Why don't we do this? Let's split up and search just around. Maybe we could find some better supplies, some nicer blankets, and maybe they still had some fresh food. But then I think we should get out of here.
So there's no one left living in this town, right?
Just you four.
All right. I don't see anything wrong with at least scavenging for supplies. Yeah.
Not in that house. And Val, which house have you looked in so far? Was it the right one or the bottom?
I'm doing the south. Yeah, I was doing the south house. I think.
I'll do the
South
west one.
house?
I'll go north.
Alrighty.
Everybody just leaves Lando.
Oh.
Just standing in the middle of town.
Everyone's
Lando's on
like,
his
nope.
I went to the east. I left too.
Alrighty. So, if you all would like to now specifically be looking for something, everybody can roll me investigation if you would like.
Yeah, I guess.
Ooh, 22.
22, Val. Very nicely done.
I got nothing. Found a rock.
I am interested in this house specifically.
Okay, so Coral, Lando, Val. Lando, Coral, Rose, you three aren't able to kind of discern anything as far as you guys are concerned. It is just an empty house. But Val, in the house that you entered to the south, you can see that this must have been like the main hub for these people. There's fresh foods, there's linens, there's cloth, stuff like that. Rose, what is your passive perception by chance?
My passive perception, you ask?
Yeah.
17.
A 17. That is bloody high. With a 17, even though you kind of didn't really roll very well for investigation, you've been kind of moving around and having a look around in this top house for a few minutes. Do you do anything? Do you move stuff to look in things? Do you
Yeah, I mean,
kind
I
of...
would be, I would be looking in drawers and things like that. I probably
Mhm.
wouldn't be looking under beds or anything that specific, but
Okay.
yeah, I'd be opening cupboards. I'd be checking out if there was a pantry or anything like that. So
Alrighty. I would like you, my dear friend, to roll me either acrobatics. To roll acrobatics, please. You can either roll acrobatics or sleight of hand, even though they're both dexterity. I've just learnt.
they
Lamau.
are okay. Acrobatics or sleight of hand. Let's see if I'm
Yeah, which one?
proficient
Unless
in
you've got a
either of those.
proficiency in one of those, which I highly doubt.
I don't. 7.
7.
That's not good.
So, as you are kind of moving around, you're holding onto things, you're like moving chairs and tables. As you're kind of stepping back, you forgot that you didn't put one of the chairs back into the table. And as you kind of do, you've got a pot of like just some liquid in your hand that you think might be okay to drink. You're like, yeah, this should be okay. You hit the edge of the chair and kind of take a stumble. And as you kind of move forward, the pot breaks and the liquid goes around on the ground. But it gets to a certain point where the liquid starts to fall in a little bit. And it doesn't sound like it's landing on dirt. It sounds like it's, if you're listening carefully, landing on something a bit harder. After a few seconds of just like, oh, what? You just kind of fell. You're not really paying too much attention. And you hear the faint little no, it is not the fucking dog. But yes, as you kind of lie down the ground, you can hear gasps, and as you're listening carefully, you might be able to discern more sounds if you would like to make perception.
Yeah, I would. Did it sound like something's coming from under the floor?
Under the
And-
floorboards, as soon as the liquid kind of falls through the cracks.
Through the cracks. Okay.
Yes.
For a minute, I thought you were
So-
dealing with like acid or something. I'm with you now. All right, 19.
With the sounds of gasping that you can hear, you can also now hear that something has triggered, and you can also just very faintly hear a little.
I'm gonna immediately step outside, and then I'll just scream, "I think we have someone over here that needs help. I need assistance, please." And then I'll go back in.
And then, as soon as you step inside, you can't hear the gasping anymore, and all you hear is.
Okay, that's different from before.
And that is where we're ending it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Boo.
Something interesting about to happen.
Yay! It might.
Oh.
We don't know yet.
No, I mean it's gonna be
Mm.
interesting.
Curiouser and curiouser.
So,
I like the
congratulations.
sound
everybody.
effects.
Yeah, those
Those
are some good sounds.
horrifying. Yeah.
Well, I also like
Right.
that you actually choked yourself there, like at the end. That was fantastic.
Oh, that just comes from being asthmatic.
Which I was like, well, I was gonna say you're really committing. So
Well, I mean, the person is choking, so got to commit it for the bit. But yeah, all the other sounds I just make with my throat.
I like how you had someone run in
because-
to check on the dog. So
Yeah.
that's how
okay.
spot on it was.
So Snoop is my dog. Snoop is 17 and a half. He has been having a lot of epileptic seizures. So we've been trying to keep an eye on him and keep everything sorted. So like as soon as I started making those sounds, Mum was like, "Fuck with the dog."
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you everybody for joining us for session 2 of Temptations. I hope we are
Yeah.
all enjoying it. A couple of interesting things. We now know that's the Blood Rain, the Shimmer, or like the Red Shimmer, blood magic essentially. Lando has a crystal. We've killed some people, and there is something under the floorboards in this abandoned town. On the bright side, welcome to level 2.
Woo!
Sweet.
hey,
That's awesome. That's what I wanted to
So,
hear.
on the bright side, welcome to level 2. And I hope that everybody is having fun or enjoying themselves. If not, well, you're stuck here now.
No one's stuck here. No, I don't. No one signed a contract.
I did it while you were all sleeping. I moved your hand to sign the
Ah.
contract. That's why I was so
Mage hand.
tired today. I just got home from like a who
The
cares
world
long
tour.
flight.
Gotcha.
Yes, but thank you for watching. I believe it is tomorrow. The Wednesday night is Walking Dead.
No, so
No?
we're every other week, so it is.
Okay.
Also,
so that's
don't
a
be talking
fortnightly
in
one as well.
Australian days. Australian days confuse people over here.
That's why
right?
I said Wednesday. That's why I said Wednesday night because I think
because
it's.
it's Tuesday night for us.
Oh, okay. Well, who cares?
So
I'm trying my best here.
I'm done for the week here. But next week we've got Kupo Quest on Monday. We've got a new player on Kupo Quest. Valrus over there has joined us on Kupo Quest, so you should check that out. Amazing premiere for her. Great character. I can't wait to see where we go from here. Then
today's Thursday.
that Tuesday, yeah, you
Wednesday.
lost track of time. Next
Yeah,
Tuesday,
well,
we've got Walking Dead on Omega, and then back here next Thursday for Dragonbane that week.
Dragonbane
So-
next week. You've
So
got
yeah,
Kupo, Walking Dead, Dragonbane. Daggerheart will come again eventually. We are still organizing a time for that one.
I'm eyeing the
Um,
31st if I can make that happen for the second half
Sweet.
of the Daggerheart.
So we are still figuring that one out. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for playing. I hope we are enjoying ourselves, and we shall see you all next time.
All right. Thanks for running.
Bye.
bye.